New year, new me. That is the big motto that all of the masses like to say. And Christmas is over. I'm recording this right now on the 28th. You're probably feeling that warm, fuzzy Christmas feeling has subsided. Maybe you have a New Year's party you're looking forward to. But really deep in the back of your mind, you're like, well, fuck. Like the year is going to be here again. January is going to be here, and then February, and then March, then April, and then you're going to blink, and it's going to be August, October, November, and then another year went by. Now, if you're watching this video and this year did not go your way, or you don't think it went how you wanted it to, or maybe it just fell short, I want to let you know you're not alone. I, this year, fell massively short of my goals. I think partially because big goals are being set, but also this was a hard year. This was a very hard year. The economy slowed down. A couple of my companies slowed down a lot. I had some mental challenges this year. It was a very difficult year, and I'm not going to sit on here in front and act like, oh, I'm the man, like it's all easy. I've been in this game for a couple of years now. I really started in 2021. I've made multiple $1 million since then. This year we made a couple $1 million. I just was short of my overall goal. With that being said, I'm turning 25 soon. I feel like I have a lot of wisdom about dealing with these kinds of things. So this is gonna be a raw sit down video. I'm gonna tell you guys what I would do differently this year if I wanted to make it the best year of my life. I think New Year, New Me has some truth in it. And I think this whole, oh, it's the new year, it's good energy. It's very good energy, and you need to take advantage of that. But what does New Year, New Me mean? Essentially, guys, that means you have to rebuild yourself. Like if you are not with your current state of being, achieving the things you want to, nothing else matters other than becoming the person that will achieve those things. That's as simple as it is. And whether that sounds cliche or not, you have to become the person that you see doing those things. So like, for example, if this year I want to go run a 5:20 mile, I think I've run like a 5:55 mile before. If I want to do that, I have to become that person. And what does that person do? That person runs more often than I run now. That person probably is not consuming nicotine because this is bad for your blood flow. That person is probably not smoking. All these different things to become that person. Now, is that a goal of mine? Not necessarily, but business. If I wanted to go make $1 million, I have to be doing the things that someone that makes $1 million does. Or if you're under 10K a month right now, what does someone that makes 10K a month do? And this is what I did when I was 18. Like I was at home, no internet, like I knew nothing. And I was smart enough to sit down and get a book like this one and write down who you want to be. And I can go back, I have a drawer full of these books dating back to I think 2019, 2018. And I can literally see the progression of, oh, I'm this person right now. Okay, I became this person this point in the year. And then I became this person. And then I became this person. And then you look back and you're like, wow, I just became the person that achieved the dreams that I originally had set out for. Like when I started, my goal was to make 10K a month. I thought that was a ton of money. I thought that was all the money in the world. And at the time that I started, I was not good enough to make 10K a month. I didn't speak well. I didn't know sales. I didn't have any skills. I had no credibility. I had no personal brand. I had absolutely zero. So what did I do? I went out and I built a personal brand. I was posting content in 2018, even though I had nothing to sell, just because I knew I needed to do that. I went out and I learned sales. I read every sales book that was out there. I watched every sales video that there was. I went all in on that thing and I got really good at it. And now I'm sitting here talking to you guys because of starting in that skill. And every other little thing that I've had to learn, I had to become that person. So number one for 2025 for you guys is I want you to literally go get a book and write down, who are you right now? Like 2 characters. What are you good at? What skills do you have? As if you were like speccing a character in a video game, and be honest with yourself. Be very self-critical, and then write down your goal for 2025. Like, what is that goal? Is it a monetary goal? Is it a fitness goal? Is it just a progress of your personality, like of you, your personal self goal? Whatever that is, write that down, and then write down on the other page, who is the person that achieves that goal easily? So if I want to make $5 million, what do people that make $5 million do? Where am I at right now? Very self-critically. What do the skills that those people have? What do they do? What do they know? Who are they around? What habits do they embody? And that's the second thing. This new year, new me is a true statement in the sense of you need to reinvent yourself. So if you currently spent 12 months in 2024 failing and not getting where you want to go, take an inventory of the habits that you had all year, because the habits do maketh the man. That is a very cliche statement, but it is extremely true. If you are watching porn all day and you're jerking off all day and you are not going to the gym and you're really not pushing yourself and you're not learning, like learning is the biggest thing. If you're not spending time and spending money to go learn from intelligent people, these are the habits that make successful people. So if you are doing none of those, I guarantee you not one of you watching this video is successful if you're doing those things. It doesn't work. It's like saying 1 + 1 does not equal 2. So that's the second thing, is take inventory of the habits that you had this year. What did you do? What patterns did you have? What real habitual things did you do? What was your routine? What time did you wake up? How much did you work each day? How much did you learn each day? Did you go work out every day? If you didn't, don't lie to yourself. And this is the time to be self-critical and write down, what did I fuck up on this year in 2024 that I need to change to become the person I want to become in 2025. The third thing is going to be learning. So I've been doing this thing since like 2019. This year was a learning year. I haven't left Miami since Monaco in May. I went to Monaco, I went to Banff, Canada, I went on a ski trip in January, and then I haven't left Miami because I was very dissatisfied with the amount of money that I was making. I felt that I was skilled, but I was lacking, I felt, in the sense of there are people way better than I am at these skills, like direct response, copy, funnels, advertising, whatever it was. So I spent this year locking myself in my apartment. I have not left this apartment for weeks at a time, which is not healthy, but I spent nothing or did nothing this year than learn. I have learned so much. I don't know if you can see behind me, it's on this table. I have like breakthrough advertising, scientific advertising, all these old ad examples. I've been studying like ads every morning, like old ads, and breaking down and writing like, okay, why did this headline work? Why did this body copy work? Why did this angle work? Why this product over something else? I really became a student again this year, and it is starting to pay off. I think 2025 will be my highest earning year of all time. And it's not even gonna be from selling my own courses or my own products or anything. It's gonna be because I am now skilled enough and I have enough knowledge in here that I can go get percentages of other companies and scale them up. That's like the real game of business, is this more private equity model. We're still staying in info, but I digress. This was a learning year because I was self-reflective and I looked at myself and I said, you know what? I went three months this year doing the same thing. My income was stagnant. It was good, but it was stagnant. It wasn't growing no matter how hard I tried. I was in the wrong vehicles. It just, nothing was working. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take a few steps backwards this year. I'm gonna stop posting content. I'm not gonna try to just liquidate whatever offer I have and just push it as much as I can and make a quick bag and then I'm fucked. I'm gonna take a step back this year. I'm gonna cut some of my expenses that were stupid, frivolous expenses, and I'm going to lock in, as the Zoomers say. I'm gonna lock myself in my apartment and learn. And that's all I did this year, guys. And I will say, in the last, what has been 6-8 months, I have learned more about business and I've become more skilled about very advanced, higher level business than I have in the last 4 or 5 years of being in business. And now you guys can watch this video, watch what happens in 2025, because I guarantee you I will make more money than I've ever made. I'll have my biggest month ever. I'll probably have like a $400,000 or $500,000 month, and I will make net profit more money than I've ever made in my life because I locked in this year, basically took an L in the public perception sense of like, oh, I'm not balling out and I'm not going on trips and spending all this stupid money. And I locked myself in my apartment and I did the real shit. I did the real work. I learned. I actually sought advice from smart people. I went and did the thing. I invested in myself. I bought a $25,000 one-on-one chat mentorship to learn ads better and get better at paid traffic. These are the things that are going to make me successful. These are the things that you guys need to be doing. And I know it's hard, guys. You get caught up, and even myself, I've heard so much people yapping behind my back in Miami. Like someone will be like, oh bro, did you hear what this guy said about you? And these are well-known people. It's like, oh bro, he said you don't even make $1 million. You don't have anything in the bank. You're broke. Like all this bullshit, right? Because I let my public perception fall. I didn't care. I don't give a fuck. You can think whatever you want. I'm good. I'm financially sound. I've been very smart with my money. But I let that happen on purpose. And I know the comparative game is very difficult when you guys see all these young people making a fuck ton of money and you're not. And you think that you need to just go copy what they do and speed it up. Like, oh, if they're selling a course, I'll just go sell a course, even though you shouldn't be. Like, you shouldn't be selling your information, yet you're not good enough, right? You shouldn't be doing that business, you're not good enough. Instead of speed running that, you have to do it the right way. I know it's hard to hear, and I know this is the boring advice, but this is what moves mountains. This is what makes real money. If I can put away a couple $1 million in 2025, I'm set for life. Like, I am smart with my money, I will invest that, and I will be sitting back doing whatever the fuck I want the rest of my life. Now, will I do that? No, I'm gonna keep playing the game. I wanna go bigger. But my point being is if you guys lock in this year in 2025, you stop trying to keep up a public image and you stop trying to buy stupid shit and stupid cars and watches and all this nonsense, and you lock in and you become skilled, you actually learn things, you actually do the work, you will make more money than you will ever need to worry about for the rest of your life. And one last thing I want to touch on, I talked to a good friend of mine, you guys all know. This year I WhatsApped him and was like, dude, like I don't know what's going on with some of these different offers, like they're just not working. He's been in the game a lot longer than I have, and he was like, yo, it's just how it is. Like sometimes no matter how good you are, no matter how much you try, how much you work, things just don't work. And it's just how it is. No matter what you try, things don't work. And that was a really big thing this year. Growth was hard. Like we maintained, but growth was really, really difficult. You guys won't realize this, and it sounds so greedy and just ungrateful. 100K a month, let's say. If I make 100K a month, every month for the last 2 years, that sounds awesome to some people. But when you're doing it and you have bigger aspirations and you're stagnant, it's the same as not making any money, if that makes sense to you. Okay? So I was tweaking out this year and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I am better than all of these people making more money than me in the sense of a skill set and knowledge and actually being good at these things and having a good team. Why are we not making more money? Why are we not growing no matter what I do? And I see less skilled people just printing, and it's just a part of the game. That was a big learning lesson. I want to tell you guys this, not as a cope thing for you, like don't cope and be like, oh, it wasn't my year, but then look back because you did no work. If you're working your ass off and you're just not growing, just be patient. Really put a lot of pressure on myself mentally because of this. And I really started to get in like some dark places because I was too hard on myself in the sense of thinking I could just conquer the world in 12 months. It doesn't work like that. I'm very blessed to have built what we've built in this short of a time frame. This doesn't happen in 99% of businesses ever. But for you guys in your own personal journey, whether it's 10K, whether it's 100K, whether it's a million a month, you gotta be patient. It sucks waiting, like just not getting what you want so fast, but it is a part of the game. And you guys will understand your first couple of years in business go like that. And this is wisdom that I heard this and I never understood it. It's about how long you're in the game, not how big and quick you can go and then die out. People that I started in business with are now dead in a business sense. Like they don't exist. They've fallen off, the brands are dead, they make no money, they have no momentum. It's gonna be very hard for them to ever come back and build something meaningful because they hit a big peak and they crashed and they burned. Whereas ours has been very steady since 2021, very steady. And that's just one offer that I'm speaking about, not any of the other companies. And it's because we did it the right way. I'm telling you guys, you'll see these big numbers, you'll see people buying supercars, and you will get such FOMO and you'll get so angry at yourself, or at least I do, and you'll play the comparative game. But what I want you to realize is that it does not matter, because if they're not here in 5 years, but you are, you win. That's the game. You win. This is not how quick can I make a lot of money and then lose it all. It's how long can I sustain my success and stay in the game and continue to make money and continue to grow and continue to play the game. He who plays the game the longest wins. Is LeBron the GOAT? Maybe, maybe not. But does he have the highest scoring record? Yes. Why? Because longevity. He's been in the game at a high level for the longest time of anybody. That's where you could argue he's maybe better than a Jordan or somebody. Was Jordan maybe better at his peak? Maybe. Does he have more impressive like championships? Yeah, whatever. But does anybody have that longevity? Absolutely not. And that is the part that people respect about LeBron, is like, how are you this old doing this at such a high level still? You haven't really fallen off. That is who you want to model after, not the guy that peaks and then crashes and then dies and you never hear about them again. So guys, 2025 is going to be a phenomenal year. I try to make one of these videos every year. It's cool to look back on them as well. But I just want to tell you, from someone that has been in the game, that has done the hard stuff, that has gone through the challenges, even this year, it's a hard game. Like, we're playing a very hard game if you're trying to make it as an entrepreneur, you're trying to make it in business. And especially if you have a family to take care of. Like, I could go buy 2 supercars if I wasn't paying for my mom's house and, you know, like all these things that I take care of, because that's the reality, is you're a man and you're responsible and you take care of people, not blow your money at clubs and all this bullshit. So I say all this to say, I believe in you. If you're watching this and you are doubting yourself, you're in a dark place, maybe you're like in the worst place imaginable, you have no hope, there is hope. As long as you are fighting and as long as you are alive, you have a chance to become great, okay? That's all you ever need, is just a chance. That's all I ever needed. I got my chance and I never let it go. I took full advantage of it, and now I'm here and now I'm talking to you guys. It is the most worthwhile challenge you will ever undertake in your life, because to become a good businessman and to become a good entrepreneur, you have to become a good human being. You have to become a very well-rounded, skilled, talented, good person in order to make that other thing work. And that is the big moral of this video, is if you are not happy where you're at, 2024 did not go your way, you have to improve the person. You have to improve the man before you can go get the accolades and get the success and get everything else that is what we're chasing in this life, okay? So God bless you guys. I hope you have a wonderful year. It is going to be awesome. Thank you for all the support on these vlogs and everything this year. I took a content hiatus, but we're back, and I'm gonna try my best to keep vlogging and doing all these. So God bless you guys. It's a big year. Get to work. And please, please, please go write this stuff down. Trust me. Don't think it's silly. This will move mountains, okay? So I'll see you guys later, and let's get after it this year.